want to get to a more serious subject here for a particular second because Marlon Wayans, who's a star, comedian, friend of mine, I know him, he recently spoke out about how he has a kid. He's 51 years old. He was recently on The Breakfast Club with Charlamagne the God and DJ Envy. And the actor/comedian, a member of the Wayans family, who we all should revere for the great work they've done spanning decades, even back to the days of In Living Color and beyond with Keenan Ivory Wayans. He's a father of two, Marlon Wayans I'm talking about here. He has a daughter that transitioned into a son, he said. My daughter, Amai, is now Kai. He talked about what the experience was like for him as a parent and how he plans to address it in an upcoming comedy special, potentially named Rainbow Child. And he says here, my transition as a parent, going from ignorance and dying to complete unconditional love and acceptance. He said of his idea for the special, adding that he hopes opening up will help other families through similar situations. I just got off the phone with him a few minutes ago. I just called him, let him know that I wanted to lend my support to him from the standpoint that as a parent, we got to take a moment to remind ourselves of the importance of love. When you're from the streets and you're a dude from the streets, you don't expect to have to deal with challenges like this. We ain't gonna call it problems, because that's one of the things that's a negative stereotype, and we all don't need that. There's enough hate going on in the world. There's enough animosity and vitriol and all of these uncomfortable elements that you want to throw into the equation. We don't need that anymore. Because when it comes to your own child, at the end of the day, the first obligation before anything else, before providing for them, before protecting them, the first order of the day is to love them. It's the first thing. And the reality is that his daughter transitioning to being a son is something as a dad he had to learn to live with. He's not denying the fact that it's a challenge, or it was a challenge, and it's not something that was easy for him to deal with. He's acknowledging it, accepting it, and I can't wait till he comes out with that comedy special about it, because I think it's going to be important. But the most important thing for all of us to understand is that he's a parent. And when you are a parent, in the end, it has to be about your love for your child being more powerful, more potent, more impactful than anything else you do. Because if you can't find it in your soul and in yourself to love your child unconditionally, you can't love anything nor anybody unconditionally. That's essentially what he's saying. And the importance of that outweighs everything. And it's because of that that me, you, and everybody else should support Marlon Wayans and his quest to elevate the level of acceptance and understanding that people who think differently than us, who act differently than we would act, who are different than what we are, can be easier to embrace. Because love heals everything, no matter what we want to say.